Dope or nope? Let's go and find out. Alright, I just got this. This you can order on Amazon for just $50. If you guys want to check it out, I'll have the links in the description after the video. It comes with a 7-inch display, Wi-Fi, 8 gigs, quad-core, front and rear cameras, a micro SD card slot. That's actually pretty cool. 1024 by 600. That's a little bit short of 720p, but it's actually pretty good resolution for a 7-inch display. Quad-core processor, apps and games that are actually free. Alright, incredible selection of movies. They're just talking about all the Amazon Prime membership. If you don't have Amazon Prime membership and you live in the US, you are missing out. I probably literally saved hundreds of money just by using Amazon Prime over retail stores. Here we go, so let's go ahead and open up this bad boy. And inside, there is the tablet, and also micro USB cable and adapter. That's pretty much it. The adapter is rated for 5 volts, 1 amps, but obviously you can use any USB adapter. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up. Now, before even opening this up, I think I was really disappointed with the Amazon tablet HD8 and the HD10. I think they were a little overpriced. But this, wow, I really like it over the HD8 and the A10. First thing I can tell you is a matte plastic finish. So it won't pick up as much fingerprints. I think it actually doesn't pick up any fingerprints. So I like that way over the HD8 and the HD10 that I unboxed a couple weeks back. And it feels really solid. The other ones felt a little bit too thin. I feel like you need to have that grip. I mean, just being the thinnest isn't always the best because you want it sort of durable. So it sort of feels like a nice little brick, but for 50 bucks, it feels really good. The build quality, I think, is actually pretty cool. All right, look at that. It's a real nice matte finish. So as far as build quality, for 50 bucks, I would give it 10 out of 10. This is good stuff, guys. And there's a rear camera there. Up at the top, you'll find a power button, micro USB cable, a microphone, volume buttons, 3.5mm head jack. There is a micro SD card slot on the right side here. Alright, you can go ahead and extend up to 120 gigabytes. Whoa, did you guys hear that? I'm right by the street here. I just heard somebody, hopefully not crashing into my car. Alright, let me go ahead and turn it on for you guys. And there's normal boot. And I remember I paid almost like 200 bucks for the first original Amazon Kindle Fire, a 7-inch tablet. Compared to that, it's actually a little bit thinner and it's a lot better quality. I really like this material they used. I'm actually sweating off my balls right now, but you can see it's not picking up any fingerprints. I really like that, and this helps it easier to hold. Alright, welcome screen. Let me go through all of this, sign in, and we'll continue this real quick. Okay, actually, let me show you this. One thing I noticed, this one doesn't support 5 gigahertz bands. Alright, so those are kind of the limitations. I wish it had 5 gigahertz band because, I mean, I have Wi-Fi everywhere in my house, but having that 5 gigahertz certainly makes streaming a lot faster. So you may want to consider, if you have like a big house, you know, you may want to consider that. Now it's doing software updates, so I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit here. So one thing that's weird about this one, it seems like this was actually a used unit. I have another person's account on here. It's trying to restore Fire, so I'm gonna not restore, but it seems like this is a unit somebody returned and then it got sent to me, I guess. That kind of sucks. Amazon, why don't you send me like brand new products? Jesus. Wow. Wow, look at this. So I got this tablet and it's this person's Dolores Fire. Somebody obviously signed into this tablet before. It actually wouldn't even let me sign in. So Dolores, if you're out there, you returned your Fire 7 tablet and I have all your account information here. So if you're gonna return Amazon tablets, make sure you reset everything. Obviously Amazon doesn't reset it before they send it out. Wow, that is surprising. This is the first time it ever happened to me. So I am going into this tablet here. You can see dcarry50_2. Alright, just for the hell of it, I'm gonna see if I can buy something. I just want to showcase that if this does happen, this is a serious security flaw. Amazon is reselling their tablets without resetting them. So let me just go ahead and buy something like cheap. So let me see if I can actually buy Minecraft Story Mode is $4.99. Alright, I'm gonna try to buy it. I'm gonna buy now. And check this out. Oh, boom shakalaka. So if Amazon screws up like this and somebody returned their $50 tablet because they didn't like it and you forgot to reset your tablet, deregister, and somebody else like myself gets it, literally I could download hundreds of apps and put hundreds of dollars of purchases. This is a complete fail. Look, I just ordered this on Amazon. I did not hack it in any way. It came exactly like this, as I've showed you. I did complete unboxing. So even though we had to unwrap it, obviously what Amazon did was take one of the return units and put it back inside the box, made it look new. So that kind of pisses me off. Alright, but screw this. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the tablet so I can use it. So guys, here's how to reset your tablet before you send it back. This is very important, otherwise people can purchase stuff. Just deregister. Here we go. Deregister. That's it. Alright. So I've got it deregistered. And I'm gonna go ahead and register with my own account now. Okay guys, so I finally got it registered as my tablet. So let me bring it up at the brightest setting here. Ooh, look, Peony's in there too. Okay, the touchscreen itself. One thing I do like is touchscreen is not cheap. I mean, it's capacitive, so that is nice. All right, the UI is pretty good for what it is. So at its brightest setting, how well does that look? It actually looks not bad. Let me actually give you angles. Viewing angles. Not bad either. It's actually not bad at all for a $50 tablet. Let's go ahead and check out the camera real quick. Let me go ahead and take a photo. Okay, let me try to take a photo of my new LG V10 here. Alright, and I'm also take a quick video here. Wow, video really sucks. I don't even know what resolution it is. It's not something I would want to use all the time. Alright, but it does have back camera and front camera, so it may be useful if you're using something like Periscope or something. And the front camera is... Let's take a photo real quick. It is pretty horrible. Alright, that's the front camera. Even though I have like excellent lighting in here, you can see that there's a ton of noise. Ugly. Let's go ahead and play this back real quick. Video, not too bad. It seems like a 480p. Alright, for 50 bucks, I mean, you can't beat that. The back camera is pretty horrible. But for certain things, it might actually work out for you. Alright, let's go to instant video. Alright, one of the things that's really good is that you can watch all of your Prime movies if you're a Prime member. Let's look at the quality of videos here real quick. I just want to see RoboCop. And let's see if this thing actually would be a good viewing device. I'm just going to show you the beginning here. But the quality is actually not bad. It's not like super great. It's bearable. Actually, it's pretty good right there. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's go ahead and check out some of my videos on YouTube. That way we don't get flagged for copyright here.
So, LG V10 box. It says here it's made in Korean language. This is the Korean LG.
The speaker's on the back. Let me go and cup it here like this.
Alright, let's open up the box.
That's its at loudest setting. Let me go ahead and do that so you can see it in full screen.
Inside you'll find the LG V10. Boom shakalaka, baby. Looking great.
Okay, bottom line. The speakers are not bad. Alright, let's do a quick wrap up. So, display is not bad. 1024 by 600. It's gonna actually get you by for most things. It's not bad. The touchscreen is actually really good. This is much better than the original Kindle Fire, which sold for a lot more. So at 50 bucks, it's got a decent keyboard, a decent display, but you're not going to be able to view anything over 480p, it seems like, because 1024 and 600 fall somewhat between 720p and the next 480p. So you're going to get most likely 800 by 480 pixels resolution for most of your online videos, YouTube. So that kind of sucks. If this was 720p at least, you'll be able to actually go to 720p HD. So in that sense, but for 50 bucks, I think that's a pretty good deal. I bought some really cheap tablets. They don't even have capacitive touchscreen where you have to really press on, and the speakers are decent. This is loud as my OnePlus 2. Actually, it might be a little bit louder. All right, you got front and back camera that you're probably not gonna want to use, but maybe it can be useful for certain things like video chatting. So is this dope or not? That's the question. For 50 bucks, I think it's dope. For 50 bucks, you can get a 7-inch tablet with all of this stuff. Now, with that said, I would probably spend $150 and get the Nexus 7 2013 edition. You get so much more with 1080p screen, faster processor, just overall better experience. But if you don't want to spend more than 50 bucks, I think this is dope. Especially, I actually bought Peony, the kids version, which is exactly pretty much the same thing, identical, but it's got the tablet holder. Alright, and she really loves it, even though it's super slow. And I was like, Peony, I'm gonna return your tablet, and she's like, no, I like it. And one thing she really likes, the kids version, I'm gonna have her review it. It has these pads, so it's really easy to hold, and when she plays like games like Goat Simulator, you know, you have to use a virtual control. Now with like a smartphone, that's really hard to do for kids, but with this bigger screen, it allows them to play games better. I would definitely recommend it if you have kids who need a tablet. And you don't want to spend more than 50 bucks. Maybe you have like 6 kids, 3 daughters and 3 sons. Get one of these tablets for each of them. Still costs you no more than 300 bucks. Definitely check out the $50 tablet if you're interested. Depending on your usage, it might just work out perfect. Even though it sucks, it's only $50. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Periscope, Instagram, and as always, stay